Can a single dollar truly change a life? This story will leave you speechless. A widow's humble request to Elon Musk led to a journey filled with emotions, surprises, and life-changing lessons. In a quiet corner of Texas, nestled along a dusty road, sat Clara's diner. It wasn't flashy or modern. Its signboard was chipped and the paint on its walls was peeling. But for the people in the area, it was more than a diner. It was a place of memories, laughter, and warmth. Clara, the 70-year-old owner, had run the diner for over 4 decades. It wasn't just a business, it was her life. Her late husband, George, had built it brick by brick with his own hands. Together, they had made it a sanctuary for weary travelers and locals alike. But things hadn't been the same since George's passing. The medical bills from his illness had drained their savings, and Clara had been struggling to keep the diner afloat. On good days, she barely managed to cover the costs of groceries and utilities. On bad days, she wondered if she'd have to shut the doors for good. Despite her struggles, Clara never let her spirit falter. She greeted each customer with a smile, served meals with love, and even offered free coffee to those who couldn't afford it. But as the days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, the weight of her financial burden became unbearable. One rainy evening, as Clara sat alone in the diner staring at the empty tables, a memory of George flashed in her mind. He used to say, "When you're backed into a corner, don't be afraid to ask for help." It was then that Clara made a bold decision. She picked up an old pen and a piece of paper. Her hands trembled as she wrote, "Dear Mr. Musk, my name is Clara. I'm a 70-year-old widow running a small diner in Texas. Times are tough, and I'm barely managing to keep my husband's dream alive. I don't want much, just $1 to show that someone out there believes in me. If you can spare it, I'd be forever grateful. Sincerely, Clara." She placed the letter in an envelope, scrawled Elon Musk on the front, and mailed it the next day. She had no idea if it would ever reach him, let alone if he'd read it. Weeks went by, and Clara's life remained unchanged. The diner continued to struggle. Customers dwindled, the roof leaked, and the bills piled up. Clara began to wonder if she had been foolish to even send the letter. Then, one sunny afternoon, Clara's daughter, Emily, came rushing into the diner, waving her phone excitedly. "Mom, you won't believe this!" Emily exclaimed. "What is it, dear?" Clara asked, puzzled. "Your letter. Elon Musk tweeted about it." Clara furrowed her brow. "Tweeted? What's that?" Emily chuckled. "It's like writing a short message for the whole world to see. Look." She showed Clara the tweet. "Sometimes, the smallest requests carry the biggest lessons. A widow asked me for $1. Here's why it matters." Clara's heart skipped a beat. The tweet had gone viral. Thousands of people were commenting, sharing, and reacting. Some were touched by her humility. Others criticized Musk, asking why he wouldn't just help her outright. For Clara, it was overwhelming. People from all over the world started reaching out. Local news stations called, asking for interviews. Strangers offered small donations, though Clara felt hesitant to accept them. She had only wanted $1, not pity. Days later, Clara received a call that would change her life forever. It was from Musk's office. "Elon would like to meet you," said the voice on the other end. Clara's hands trembled as she hung up the phone. Why would a man like Elon Musk want to meet someone like me? The day arrived. Clara stood outside her diner, nervously adjusting her apron. A sleek black Tesla pulled up, and out stepped Elon Musk himself. He was tall, confident, and yet surprisingly approachable. "Mrs. Clara," he said warmly, extending his hand. "It's a pleasure to meet you." Clara shook his hand, her voice trembling. "Thank you for coming, Mr. Musk. I never expected—" He smiled. "Please, call me Elon, and I'm the one who should be thanking you. Your story reminded me of something important." Inside the diner, they sat at a corner booth. Clara shared her story, how she and George had built the diner, the struggles she faced after his death, and why she had written to Musk. Musk listened intently, nodding occasionally. When she finished, he leaned forward and said, "Clara, you asked for $1, but what you've given me is priceless. Your determination, your kindness, and your love for this place, It's inspiring. Then Musk did something unexpected. He pulled out his checkbook and wrote a check for $1 million. Clara's eyes widened in disbelief. "Elon, I can't. This is too much," she stammered. "It's not just for you," Musk replied. "It's for everyone you've touched with your story. Use this to rebuild your diner, help your community, and keep George's dream alive." But Musk wasn't done. He announced that he would personally fund the diner's renovation and turn it into a community hub, complete with a kitchen to feed the needy. The news spread like wildfire. Clara's small diner became a beacon of hope, drawing visitors from across the country. Within months, the diner was unrecognizable. The walls were freshly painted, the roof repaired, and new furniture added. The community kitchen served hundreds of free meals every week, ensuring no one in the area went hungry. Clara became a local hero. People came not just for the food, but to hear her story. A story of resilience, kindness, and the power of asking for help. Musk visited the diner again after its grand reopening. He sat quietly in a corner, watching Clara interact with customers. Before leaving, he left her a handwritten note. "Dear Clara, thank you for reminding me that the smallest acts of kindness can have the biggest impact. Elon." Clara's story didn't just change her life, it inspired a movement. People began reaching out to help small businesses, support struggling families, and perform random acts of kindness. In interviews, Clara often said, "I asked for $1, but what I received was far greater than money." It was a reminder that kindness still exists, and sometimes, all you have to do is ask. Musk's gesture also sparked debates about wealth, responsibility, and the power of generosity. But for Clara, it wasn't about the money. It was about the humanity. Clara's journey proves that even the smallest request can lead to the grandest outcomes. What small step could you take today that might change everything for someone, or yourself? If this story inspired you, share it with someone who needs a little hope today. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more uplifting stories.